You may recognise me from events in the community, but for those who don't know me, I work for Cranberry Panda and I run the analytics and data division there in terms of recruitment. Don't worry, I'm not going to pitch roles at you. This is a completely different talk. I'm going to subvert any negative perceptions you may have of recruiters and give you something else to talk to me about if you're not actively looking for a role. I actually approached Bav after CRAP 7 to explore how my skills could be best used in the brain trust and see if I could maybe kind of fill any gaps that way. Because I helped to run Web Analytics Wednesday, I thought I might have some experience to share. So I approached him and mentioned I was very much into content. So he offered me the opportunity to work on the content creation, so writing all the blog notes and following up on each event, which is going to be great. I did blog on CRAP 7. And a couple of weeks later, I met Bav for a coffee. It seemed that he and my fellow panda Misha had already discussed Bav's love for slam poetry, and Misha revealed that that's actually something I do in my spare time. So I have them both to thank for this opportunity, because Bav asked me to fill the Something Special slot in CRAP 8. So I'm here with my muse and friend Howard, who does slam poetry with me, to do an introduction to what slam poetry is, as well as perform some of our work for you as well. So I'll start off by defining slam poetry. So what's really important to consider, I suppose the first thing, is that it really subverts any maybe traditional conventions you may have of how poetry is received or perceived. So it's very much about it started in the 1950s in America with the Beat Generation writers. Probably the most famous slam poem is Allen Ginsberg's Howl, which many of you may have already heard. But they wanted, as poets, decided to put the word slam in front of poetry to make it sound a bit more dynamic and exciting to the audience. And in reality, I think it really is. It's really intended to land, hold a lot of meaning, and it has the power to really challenge any mainstream ideals and beliefs, which kind of leads to its underground following. I like to think of it as like a rap battle, but for poets. In my style is very much free verse, so without the standard rhyme and couplets you would expect. It's very much kind of more about the tone of voice, the language, and the rhythm of it being used in quite an interesting and unexpected or surprising way. Slam poetry really needs an audience to be effective because it's better spoken rather than read or heard rather than read. So I'm going to perform 2 poems tonight, 2 short poems, and then Howard's going to follow on from me. So my first poem is called Love Affair with Leicester Square. Now, I know that sounds very hyperbolic. Not many Londoners would agree with me. Many people prefer other areas of London, but I just hope that for a moment you can share in my capturing of the magic. Okay. Theatreland, I lose myself in you. The kaleidoscope of faces, the languages you speak, the smells which aren't native. A slice of Las Vegas on the Piccadilly line, you shine. Daylight all the time. I hide there. I've seen you with the lights off. Under cars, in movie screens, from Ferris wheels and mezzanines, I've been stood up, drunk, fallen in love, invisible. You make me feel famous without the attention. Red carpets lay your streets, a stage to those who breathe fire, eat knives, paint beauty queens. Those who ran away with the circus but never made it to the big top. You never stop. You are always worth the money. Soho's the edge of you. Covent Garden's your backyard. When we grow up, we come to you. Plant our hands in your cement as our graveyard. You are the boulevard on which we strut. And just another short one as well, leading into that theme, very much kind of encompassing London and cinema. This one's called Watch How the Characters Change, and it's about a breakdown of a relationship told through a film review. If our love was a movie, this would be the intermission, where we debate if the scenes we've seen are worth returning to the theatre for. If we're interested in what comes next, if it was to be expected, the happy ending. Scanning the credits to see who played who in the end, who could play you while you played me. Only we wish somebody else had written the script, or hoping for a sequel featuring the original cast. A rom-com so strong, they'd be remaking us for years to come. Thank you. Pass over to Howard now. So.
Thank you, Amy. Hi, everyone. As I'm sure you've gathered, I'm Howard. Really quick question before I start. Does anyone ever in their life have to take a step back and sort of look at something they're currently doing and think, how did I get here? Because I'm kind of having that right now. Just a quick introduction to me. I'm an experienced salesman, marketeer, currently a student studying business management, e-commerce and analytics, also dabble in bodybuilding, poetry and a massive geek. I have been described as the weirdest Venn diagram going. So I'm sort of fine with that. But I don't want to repeat anything that Amy said. She's just given you a really nice introduction to it. So just going to share something that I've written with you. I don't know if you heard me in the corner irritatingly clicking my fingers, but in the slam poetry world, when a poet says something that kind of resonates with you, or you just kind of like, it's kind of a way of just sort of showing them that you're with them. So feel free to share that or do that if you kind of feel anything I say is with you. But this poem, really quickly, it's kind of built around perceptions and sort of how I see things, because you know, everyone has their own life, everyone has their own way of experiencing and understanding, and this I've got this terrible habit of thinking, and so this is called an overthinker's head. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm a simple boy but a complex man. I talk fast but I walk slow. I'm antisocial on social media and I love to travel, so I use Expedia. Thank you. But technology is the fall of man, and I'm quoting Wikipedia. Now, I weigh my body because I weigh my food, but I still turn the lights off when I'm in the nude. Where I have talent, I hate to practice, but I like it rough on a soft mattress. When the sun comes up is when I put my head down, and I keep my eyes to the sky and my ear to the ground. I'll stand at the front, but I am often overlooked. Maybe that's because my ideas are half-cooked. So, I'll cast my net into a web worldwide, and I'll control my thoughts like the moon and tide. I question everything, so I think I'm defiant. But I follow the rules, so I guess I'm compliant. I'm apathetic to everything, although life is a thrill, but why bother trying when happiness comes in a pill? I'm cynically optimistic, mystically minimalistic, jaded emotionalistic, and my mind's held together with Pritt stick. Morally, I'm dejected. Emotionally, I'm disconnected. Socially, I'm disrespected, and I think my eye's infected. Anyway, politically, I lean to the right. Morally, I stand on the left. I believe in paying for what you get, but I engage in database theft. I get frustrated with people who think that good health is a joke, but when we go out, I'll be stealing a smoke. I'm normally a pacifist, although sometimes I'm vicious. My human side, well, it just means I'm capricious. But I'm a chancer. I'm a jaw dancer. I'm a silver screen romancer. I like drunk questions with sober solutions, and this is all part of our solitary evolution. The decriminalization of our antisocial expectation means we stand alone as a uniformly divided nation. But I've been high with the downers. I've been in with the outers. I've swam the sky with the grounded, and I've had answers from the dumbfounded. I've stood on the beach and I've thought of the Arctic, and I've played the villain. It's kind of cathartic. I've seen the downside of up and the good side of bad, and I've been influenced by how many likes that I've had. So I hope you like my life's work. But how many likes is this life worth? I'm a mirror that reflects society, but I don't reflect how things should be. Nice shoes, nice clothes, no new hellos. Keep me safe in the digital space where no one can see my actual face. My flaws, my fears, suppress these tears, don't set them free because, you know, it's not manly. You see, it's simple to be a boy, but complex to be a man. I must suppress some of the feelings that I've had because I will sound weak if from the heart I speak. I must be tough and gentle. Say you're hot, but not be superficial. Tell you how I feel, but not feel too much. I need rough hands with a gentle touch. But perceptions are more than just a ranting issue. It's kind of like fighting a fire with a water pistol. You see, when I let my mind wander, it puts me in a bind because I don't understand. What's a right mind? I want to be loved. Nah, I want to be alone. I want to go out. Nah, I want to stay home. I want to smoke green. I want to be clean. I want to blend in. Nah, I want to be seen. I want to feel normal. But failing that, I'll be apathetically enthusiastic, chivalrously chauvinistic, the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. I was a simple boy, but now I am a complex man. However, I do like to keep life simple wherever I can. So, I doubt that I'll tell you, but I promise I feel. It's just if I don't say it, then the thoughts aren't real. Thank you.